My girlfriend cheated on me with my stepfather during a weekend trip we planned together 2 years ago. Our entire relationship was just a lie from the start. Hey Reddit. 2 years ago, my girlfriend, Sarah, and I planned a weekend getaway to the lake. We'd been dating for a little over a year by then, and things were going great, or at least I thought they were. The trip was meant to be a break from our busy schedules and a chance to unwind together, just the two of us. Little did I know, it was the beginning of the end. The weekend went smoothly, or so I believed at the time. Sarah seemed a bit distracted here and there, but I brushed it off as stress from work. We spent our days hiking, swimming, and cozying up by the fire at night. On the last evening, she mentioned she had to go back to the cabin to grab something she'd left behind. She was gone longer than I expected, but she returned, apologizing and saying she had been chatting with the neighbors at the next cabin over. I didn't think much of it then, I trusted her completely. Fast forward 2 years. Sarah and I are still together, or we were until last week. I had just moved some old photos from my phone to my laptop when I stumbled upon a random video in my gallery from that weekend trip. Curious, I clicked on it, thinking it was a cute memory of us. Instead, what I saw made my heart sink. In the video, Sarah was with someone I recognized all too well, my stepfather, Greg. They were together, laughing and looking a lot closer than anyone would with their boyfriend's stepdad. Then, they kissed. I felt sick, my mind racing with questions and doubts. Had she been sneaking around behind my back the entire time we'd been together? Was our whole relationship just a lie? I confronted Sarah about it that night. At first, she tried to deny everything, but when I showed her the video, she broke down and admitted that she had been seeing Greg on and off, starting with that weekend. She tried to claim it was a mistake and that it just happened due to some personal issues she was dealing with. But how does that justify lying to me for years? I kicked her out of the apartment, blocked her on everything, and cut off contact with my stepfather. I haven't told my mom about it yet. She and Greg have been married for 5 years, and this news would destroy her. Part of me wonders if I should let it go, but another part of me wants to expose both Sarah and Greg for the pain they caused me. I feel completely lost and betrayed, not only by my girlfriend but by someone who was supposed to be family. I don't know where to go from here or how to move forward. Update. Thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. Reading through your advice and support has really helped me feel less alone in all of this. It's still surreal to think that people who are supposed to be close to you could betray you in such a hurtful way. After giving it some thought, I decided that my mom deserved to know the truth about Greg. I went over to my mom's house a couple of days after I posted, determined to tell her everything. She could tell something was wrong the moment she opened the door. I tried to ease into the conversation, but there was no easy way to say it. So, I told her straight up, Greg and Sarah had been seeing each other behind my back, and I had proof. My mom's reaction was heartbreaking. She was silent at first, then asked if I was sure. I showed her the video, and she just sat there, staring at the screen. Eventually, she broke down, crying and asking why Greg would do this to her. She mentioned that she had suspected something was off with him recently. He'd been coming home late, making excuses, and being distant. She never thought it would be because of an affair, especially not with my girlfriend. After that, things moved quickly. My mom kicked Greg out of the house, and she's now looking into filing for divorce. She's devastated but said she'd rather face the truth than live with someone who would betray her like that. I feel terrible that she had to find out this way, but I'm relieved she knows the truth now. Another update. It's been a few weeks since I told my mom about Greg, and things have been chaotic, to say the least. She's been handling things better than I expected, but it's clear she's going through a lot emotionally. She told me that looking back, there were little signs here and there that Greg was hiding something, but she never thought it would be this. As for me, I've been trying to process everything. I've cut off all contact with Sarah. After I confronted her, she reached out a few times, apologizing and begging me to take her back, saying she made a mistake and that she missed what we had. But there's no going back after what she did. Her betrayal cut too deep, and I can't imagine ever trusting her again. My friends have been a huge support system through all of this, encouraging me to focus on myself and reminding me that none of this is my fault. I've been going to the gym, picking up some old hobbies, and just trying to find a sense of normalcy. I never realized how much this relationship weighed on me until I was free from it. On top of everything, I started seeing a therapist. Talking through my feelings with someone who's unbiased has helped me work through the hurt and anger. The betrayal by both my girlfriend and stepfather is a lot to unpack, but I'm starting to feel like I can eventually move past it. Final update. It's been a couple of months since everything went down, and life is starting to look up again. My mom officially filed for divorce from Greg, and the process has been moving along smoothly. She's already looking at apartments in a new area, hoping for a fresh start away from all the painful memories. I'm so proud of her for finding the strength to move forward. As for me, I'm in a much better place emotionally. I've realized that Sarah's betrayal doesn't define me, and it doesn't make me any less deserving of a real, honest relationship. I'm starting to focus on my own growth and happiness, which is something I lost sight of in that toxic relationship. Recently, I reconnected with an old friend, someone I hadn't seen in years. She knows everything that happened and has been incredibly supportive. We're taking things slow, just enjoying each other's company, and I feel like I'm finally healing. It's strange, but in a way, I'm grateful this all happened because it showed me the importance of surrounding myself with people who genuinely care. Looking back, it's hard to believe I once thought Sarah was the one and that Greg was someone I could look up to. This whole ordeal has taught me to trust my instincts and to prioritize my own well-being. I'm still working through the pain, but I'm optimistic about what the future holds. To anyone going through a similar situation, know that it does get better, and you will find your way out of the darkness. It may take time, but with the right support and self-care, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Thank you again to everyone who supported me through this journey. It meant more than you'll ever know.